Oh yeah. Before we get started, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my channel and to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy what you see. I post at least one video every week. Now over to the video. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode at my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to make an omelette, which is something that I eat normally at least once per week or more. And in the summer this is like perfect food because it's so easy to throw together. I normally have it for lunch, but you can have it for dinner as well. One of my favorite vegetables to use in an omelette is courgettes and onions, but you can use pretty much anything that you got lying around in the fridge. Just throw it in there. So how do you make a vegan omelette then? Well, the main ingredients that we're going to use is chickpea flour, which is I think it's called gram flour as well in English. I'm not sure why, but this one I bought in the regular supermarket. They don't have it in like all supermarkets, but in Sweden at least, in bigger supermarkets they normally have it. I ordered this at Willys, where I do a monthly shop every month, and it's not that expensive either, at least this brand. In the world food section they should normally have this type of flour, which makes a perfect vegan omelette. So this is the main ingredient that we're going to use. So we're making a batter with that chickpea gram flour. We're going to add some baking powder, a mix of spices. This is garlic powder, turmeric and paprika powder. We're also going to add some nutritional yeast. I will link below where you can find this online. You can also find it in regular health shops around the globe. Then we are going to use some black salt, which I have put in a container that says black pepper. As you know from previous videos, this is where you get the eggy taste from. I always put spices in the wrong container, and Howard gets so pissed off when I do that because yeah, he thought this was black pepper and he added loads to the dish. That was not supposed to have the taste of egg. I will link that below as well where you can find it, but you can also find this in most regular health shops, and I recommend to have it at home. And the final ingredients for the omelette batter is some plant-based milk. I'm going to use soy milk today. You can also use water if you want, but the texture gets a little bit creamier and nicer if you use some plant-based milk. So that was all the ingredients for the omelette batter, and we're just going to whisk that all together. Guys, it seriously smells so much like egg because of that black salt that I added. If you like egg and you want to go vegan, or you're already eating vegan, I highly recommend that black salt. So I'm going to leave the batter to the side, and I'm going to chop up some veggies. And as I said before, you can use any veggies that you've got lying around, or you can use your favorite veggies. Today I'm going to use roughly half a courgette, and I'm going to use some red onion. So we're just chopping that up in some kind of medium-sized chunks, and we're going to fry that in a pan. And you want to kind of fry it on high heat so it gets a little bit of a like texture, and then we're going to add that with the batter later on. So I opened that red onion, and it did not really look like it was that great. I think it was like moldy or something inside. So that gives me the perfect example to show you that you can use anything in your omelette, because that was the last red onion I had. I love having red onion in my omelette, but if I don't have any onion, I'll take something else. So I checked in my fridge, and I've got some dried tomatoes, which is perfect actually in an omelette. So I'm going to chop down some of that into the batter instead. Just use some parsley as well to get some extra greens in there. I'm not that fussed with vegetables, like as long as they look alright, but this one looked like it was maybe moldy. It's like really soft. I mean, it looks alright, but yeah, I don't want to risk that, so yeah, I leave the red onion for this time. This is kind of the texture that you want on the veggies that you're frying. You want them to get a bit of color, And then I'm going to use the same pan to fry the omelette in. I don't need to wash the pan. Oh yeah, guys, this looks very good. I added some salsa and I just garnished a little bit with some more parsley. I think the trick to making a good vegan omelette with the chickpea batter, with the chickpea flour or the ground flour or however you call it, is that you don't want it to dry out in the pan. So a good trick is to add some vegetables that include a lot of moisture, which courgette is a brilliant vegetable for locking in moisture. Also the tomatoes that I added in the pan will also lock in some of the moisture in. You want to fry the omelette so it gets like a crispy texture on one side, but then when you flip it over, reduce the heat straight away because you don't want it to dry out. You rather want it to be a bit wobbly in the middle rather than like completely fried through, because if it's too dry, it's just not good. Also, of course, a very important part of this omelette is the black salt. If you don't add the black salt, it won't have that eggy flavor and smell. Of course, you can do it without the salt. I mean, it will taste great. But if you're a sucker for that eggy flavor, then you should definitely invest in some black salt. All right, let's try this. So you can see here, if the camera is focusing, that it's not actually like properly kind of cooked through. It's sort of a little bit runny still in the middle almost. Oh yeah. I have my standard phrases that I'm always saying when I'm tasting food. Oh yeah. Very good. And if you want, you add some more black salt just to... You don't want to add too much salt when you're cooking it, because I have done that sometimes. Added too much salt and then there's just no going back. It's better you add a little bit too little salt and then add on like this for that extra egg flavor. So good. Seriously, this is so good. Perfect summer food. Perfect when you got some vegetable scraps in the fridge. Don't throw them away. Make an omelette. This is cheap food, it's good food, it tastes amazing. It's just all around awesome. Guys, if you like this video and you want to see more stuff like it, make sure you hit the like button below and subscribe to my channel. I post at least one video every week. I will see you guys next week. Bye! Bye!